the revolutionary technique that is changing lives. Systemic Family Constellations are a body-based, three-dimensional therapeutic process which allow people to identify the trauma, often inherited trauma, that can shape, limit, and debilitate our lives. For clinical sexologist and family constellations facilitator, Ali Mezey, healthy sexuality isn't just her expertise, it's her mission.
First, just start with one for you and one for isolation. The black mat is the isolation. So there's not a lot of you showing.
Right. But that's kind of what it feels like. It's kind of always on top of me.
First of all, what is a constellation? What is this? What is this?
When I ask somebody to place mats on the floor to diagram their relationship between themselves and anyone or anything else, the body can speak in that language of spatial relationship and give all kinds of information. Just by looking at it, they can feel that dynamic that they've been living with perhaps their whole lives. So when you're standing on these, I just want you to feel whatever it is your body feels. I can see Mom and I can see Dad very distinctly. Like I barely even see you.
Interesting.
You might stand in to be somebody's father or son or a quality, because they're not always people. Are you the blue?
Yes.
If two people were standing on these, they would be basically kissing. Like you wouldn't be able to see anything else.
What constellation work does is it helps people actually see what happened, because we can explain what happened, but when they start to see it live and direct, they start to actually have a felt sense of what happened in their families of origin.
Choose one for you and choose one for your father. That's emotional already. Does that feel accurate? Her looking out just away. She doesn't want to see what's going on, yeah. And it puts you even more in the middle. So I'm just going to have you really be aware that you can move out of that and notice what it's like. Do you want somebody to stand there?
No, it just felt so much lighter.
Yeah.
It was very symbolic, and it was like, okay, you're right. Your job is done. You don't need to do this anymore. You give you permission to put you first and move forward and only be responsible for yourself for right now.
Sounds to me like some healing took place.
A lot of healing took place.
It was some pretty heavy stuff that came up for me.
I mean, when you represent, you're not embellishing.
No. When I laid out the mats, I didn't have a plan that, the way Ali directed us and showing how this relationship was going to block the negative influences I felt from my parents. I didn't see that coming.
That's a big discovery.
Yeah.
Anybody who's been in any therapy, including therapists, know all the games and all the adaptations and all the things that the mind can endlessly come up with in order to evade and avoid and obscure sometimes. The body goes directly to it.
And I could have things revealed and exposed that I might have known unconsciously underneath the surface, but then you can put words to them, you can put movement and actions to them, and they get expressed in ways that you never felt like you could have them expressed before. You can be authentic in ways that I didn't know were possible.
So it's an amazing method to see where is the love not flowing and how to hopefully open those blockages so that love can flow. You can let your freak flag fly. This is your wonderful weirdness, your beautiful sensitivity and kindness and intelligence. It's working here with us. It's working in all your newer relationships. And it gets to work in a love relationship too.